hear is a loud as what sounded like a backhand. You know, the one that you forget your hand on somebody's face, like it's not just a backhand, but the one that's a forgetful one, the one that you just toa before you gather your senses back, and you're like, ooh, are they alive? Hi guys and dolls, welcome to the Salt Nation. This is Pop Salt and Culture, and I am your host La Chichi Mambo, and today we're going to be doing something very special. We are going to be having a really delicious and healthy mukbang slash ASMR. If you're into ASMR, this is your week. And I will be doing a story time alongside our mukbang. Now, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to smash the subscribe button, smash the notification bell, so you are notified every single time we have new content. So while we eat, we're also going to be talking about how I witnessed an attempted murder last year. So incredibly fresh. Yeah. So good. This eggplant is so incredibly soft. My God. Melts. Cheese. Melts in your mouth. Oh my God. The only thing I can compare this with is like, imagine eating like, I don't eat pork anymore, but imagine eating really soft, succulent pork, and then the inside is mushy. Like, if you're Nigerian, you know what tozo is? Tozo is where like the fat is, right? And I love like fatty meats when I eat meat. So this melts in your mouth, and the skin is the right amount of crunch while the inside just melts. I am an expert in making eggplants, you guys, in making aubergine. Oh yeah, in Nigeria it's called garden egg, but like a difference. The same family as garden egg, but a whole, you know, different species, so to speak. Expert. I'm gonna toot my own horn. So last year, I had just bought my bike. I think it was last year or 2 years ago. Yeah, last year actually, what I'm talking about. I just bought my bike. I call her Andromeda. If you follow me on Instagram, Chichi Mambo, you've probably seen it already. So I just brought Andromeda. That's what I call my bike. And I used to ride a lot. I used to ride a whole lot around the park. We have a huge, beautiful park, like 3 blocks down from my house. Really beautiful park, and I would always take my bike in there, and I would ride through the park. So one of these evenings, summer evening, beautiful summer evening, I decided to take a ride, to go exercise, run around, whatnot. So I was biking about my merry way, you know, and it's so good. I was biking, and then let's break this fish. Oh, Jesus. Mmm. I put a tiny bit of vinegar in the fish. I hate lemons in my fish, but I put a tiny bit of vinegar. Mmm. Help me, Lord. So good. Mm. So I took Andromeda to the park and we were riding. And I remember when we were riding, at some point I stopped my bike. I went under a bridge to take some photos. And my plan was, after I take those photos, I'd already ridden everywhere, so I'd done my exercise. I wanted to go take some pictures of Andromeda. And I under this bridge. The bridge looked so gothic and so beautiful. So I was like, let me just go under there and take, and take these pictures. And there was a beautiful black couple right there, just talking to each other, looking at each other in their eyes all googly. And I was there, taking my photos. And above the bridge, of course, was the street, a road that crosses through the park. So there was another couple right above on the street form itself, and they had their big SUV parked, and they were just chatting and talking. And then I think it got a little bit heated, so I was like, oh, they're arguing. Who cares? I'm minding my own business, you know what I mean? And working out and taking photos and just enjoying my beautiful evening. Before you know it, look at that. Dip it in here. Before you know it, minding my business, all I hear is clash. A loud, what sounded like a backhand. You know, the one that you forget your hand on somebody's face, like it's not just a backhand, but the one that's a forgetful one, the one that you just toa before you gather your senses back, and you're like, ooh, are they alive? Girl, I heard a loud backhand and a scream. So when I hear the scream, I look up and I see this girl going, oh, I'm sorry, no, that didn't happen, no, I'm sorry, I didn't do that, I didn't do that, that didn't happen, I'm sorry. Let me get in the car, and the guy said, get your ass out my car. Get your ass out my car. Get your what? Get your ass out my car. Get your ass out my car. I can't say the word on YouTube because, when I get monetized, honey, I need some ads on this. And so I look around and the guy's holding something. I can't really see what it's holding, but he's holding something in the car and saying, get out my car. And she just walks out the car barefooted. And I'm looking around like, why is no one startled at what the hell is just happening? Mind you, the couple who was like sitting down talking, the guy in the couple was so, I'm not talking about the ones fighting, the guys, the couple that was sitting all googly eyed, in the park with me, not on the bridge. I looked at them, and then after they looked at me, one of them, the guy was so buff. Do you understand? He was really buff, really thick. He looked powerful and tall. So I'm saying to myself, as a man, you could have gone there and said, hey, what's going on? Like, lady, are you okay? Oh, actually, as a man, you could have just said, lady, are you okay? Lady, are you fine? Are you okay? Mind you, I get it. This, like, Jersey, New York, like, people are very rare about getting into other people's businesses because you might just get shot for being a witness. Things might happen, but that was so crazy. And something in my heart said to me, do not fear. Do not fear. Don't be afraid. Do something. And everybody, like, I feel like just always obey your intuition, your spirit. Always obey your spirit. If it takes you out, it takes you out. Oh well. If your spirit strongly tells you to do something, just do it. Just do it. Whatever the universe has cooked up for you is about to come to fruition. Whatever the case may be, just do it. I've learned this, and maybe some of you guys need to grow up a little bit if you're younger, or maybe if you're older, you need to listen to yourself a little more. Take time to listen to yourself to find out who you are and the guides that speak to you and whatnot. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to say something. And I was like, hey, what's going on? What's going on? The girl runs down and the car goes vroom. The car leaves. And I'm like, babe, are you okay? She's like shaking. This girl is beautiful. Gorgeous, gorgeous, beautiful woman. Beautiful black sister. Okay? Who's calling me? Gorgeous, beautiful black sister walks down barefooted. She was wearing a skirt, light skinned babe, just a gorgeous hair, full natural hair. And I'm sitting there like, so crunchy. So I had to ask her, girl, was that your daddy? What happened? Are you okay? And she's shivering and she's like, I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. I said, babe, what's going on? Just talk to me. What's happening? She's like, no, that's my husband. That's my husband. He's just upset. He's just upset. He thinks I'm cheating on him, but all I do is stay in the house all day and take care of the kids. I just wanted to go out. I just wanted to go out, and someone called me and he got upset. I didn't do it. I'm scared. I'm like, okay, do you want us to call the cops? She's like, I'm scared. I'm scared. And I go and I tell the couple, I was like, you know, the guy starts walking down towards me now. The couple starts walking down towards me, and I was like, hey, you guys, like, should we call the cops? Like, this guy, I don't know what's going on after what happened. And she's screaming, she got slapped, like she's being abused. Like, what do we do? And this is a matter where you really have to talk to the person, the victim. And in a case like this, you really have to talk to the victim. You have to find out what they want to do. Do they want to go and talk to the cops? What course of action do they want to take? Do they want to just leave? What are their options? What can they do? Because only the person in the situation knows what to do. She was scared. She was distraught. And she ended up saying that the guy had a gun in the car and he was gonna come back. We were like, how do you know that he's gonna come back? Has he done this before? Has he hit you before? She's like, yeah, but I'm scared. I'm scared to call the cops because my kids. And I was like, girl, let's talk. You're beautiful. You sound very eloquent. Are you from here? Do you have a degree? Because I'm thinking, can you go to school? Can you get a job? She's like, no, I only have a GED. He didn't let me complete school. But anyways, I'm just scared. Meanwhile, I'm like, you know what? Don't be afraid. But the fact that she said he had a gun, I told the couple, I think we need to call the cops. I was like, can we call the cops? She's like, I don't know, but I'm scared. So I told him, the guy in the couple, just call the police. He calls the police. I'm calming her down. Before you know it, the guy comes back. He comes back, he rolls over, he like goes by the bridge twice, so we see him pass the park 2 times around, and then he comes again and he's like, come back, come here, come. This is a man who kicked her out of the car. He now parks and tells her to get in the car, and I was like, excuse me, and I told her, Go right there. Do not move. And I had to hold her face and give her tunnel vision and look at me. You're gonna be okay. Don't be afraid. Look at me. And he was screaming, and I just held her. Look at me. Look at me. And she was breathing. I said, breathe. And she was breathing. You're gonna be okay. You're fine. You're perfect. You're okay. We're gonna help you if you want the help. Like, you are fine. You're okay. Don't move. Just breathe. It's okay. Just breathe. It's fine. We'll take care of this. Just watch. But whatever it is, do not be afraid. I said it exactly like that, the same tone in my voice, everything, because I wanted her to feel like she's powerful. And I feel like for some reason, she feels incredibly weak. Man, if you see the man short. The man is not even tall. The man is like shorter than me. He's like 5'6", I'm 5'7". And I'm just looking like a short, fat, sour man. But I'm like, she said he had a gun in the car. I was like, okay. Whole different ball game. So the cops come. He's shocked. He can't believe we called the cops. He can't believe she's part of it. And now he's like lying and acting, no, that's my wife. Oh, no, that's my wife. There's no problem. That's my wife. And I tell her, do you want to talk to the cops? Just calm down. And the cops took her. They were talking to her. They were asserting the situation, listened to all sides, went into the car, saw that yes, he did have a gun, and took him away. But he didn't use it, but he had it. And I think it was probably licensed. So there was no ruckus. There was no ruckus. There was nothing of that sort. So the cops came. They asked questions. You should have seen this man. Girl acting oblivious. Acting like he doesn't know what the hell his head from his toe. Changed. Demeanor all changed. He became super calm. Oh yeah, no, that's my wife. That's my wife. I was just a little upset. But that's my wife. Like, we're good. While the cops was there, I was talking to her. I said, listen. You are a goddess. And I'm not trying to be a hotep or whatnot. You don't know your power. And that's why you're with someone who's beating you up. Tap into your highest self, and I promise you, you wouldn't need to be with this guy. Do you have family around? Just like, yeah, I have a sister. I was like, okay, that's plenty. And they love you and they care for you. She's like, yeah. Do they know that you get beat up all the time? She's like, no. I told her, this woman looks like she's in her 30s, and the guy looks like he's in his 40s. Like, they're grown. She a woman. She ain't no damn kid. She a woman. She got kids. She's grown. So I told her, first course of action, move out to one of your friends and family, any of them. Even a shelter, it doesn't matter. Find a job, slowly get a room, an apartment, and just like get this man slowly withered away from your life before he kills you or your kids. It was, for me, an incredible moment, because I know I was there for a reason to speak life into this woman. I know I was there for a reason to tell her to tap into her God self, and the only reason she was in that situation was because she wouldn't tap into her God self. Because if everyone knows their absolute highest self and the power that their highest self has and the beings that they are, there are just some things you just don't take. You can't know your highest power. Know yourself. Yes, at this moment, you might not have tapped fully into who you are, but you know that as an entity, you are beyond flesh and bone. You are powerful. It really hit me. I knew I was there for a reason. I couldn't be quiet. At that time, I was also, experiencing my own spiritual awakening. And this happens a lot. I go through moments where I'm so, into myself. I wouldn't call it dark night of the soul or anything of that sort, because it's not always as profound and deep, but I do have a lot of moments where I go into myself and tap into my spiritual energies, and that was one of those times. So I know that I wasn't there by mistake. I know that I was there for a reason, and I'm so glad that I did something, I said something, and the police thanked me and she thanked me, and they, you know, she went with the cops and they just had their conversation. I said, okay, maybe it's time for me to go, because if that guy did have a gun in his car, I don't want him to really recognize my face. So I left. So fast forward a few weeks later, I got a call to go to court. I got a letter as well, just to identify the guy, and so the state can do what it does, because in cases of domestic violence like this, oh, it's beyond just what the woman wants, whether she wants to persecute or not. The city has to do something about it. The state has to do something about it. So I went to court and I met up with the one of the witnesses, the couple. I met up with them. And unfortunately, the woman didn't show up, the man didn't show up. This happens a lot in cases of domestic violence. People forgive each other or decide not to move on with the case, but this is beyond them. They had to be there and they didn't show up. And I was low-key happy, because then I don't have to see him, because I don't want to put myself in danger. So being a witness is also really tricky. But that's why I said, like, that now it's done. Everything is done. I'm not, you know, they don't call me for anything. It's all done. But just being there, I know, was super important. And in general, like, I was safe. Nothing happened. So the universe does work in your favor. It's not going to put you in trouble if your heart says do it. And when I say trouble, I mean it's not going to work against you. Whatever happens will work for you when you go with your heart space. When you're working from your heart space and you move from your heart space and you obey your highest self, I'm sure that woman will grow. I'm sure she will be okay. My heart and my spirit tells me that. But yeah, moral of the story, guys, like, don't wait for anybody to come and save you. You have the power within yourself to do all things. All things. All things. Do you know who you are? Do you know who you are? I tell you the same thing that I tell myself when I'm in a moment and I feel fear. I'm in a moment and I feel I could do more and I'm not doing more. I tell my spirit guides, be kind with me. Don't make me suffer too much, but I'm going to do what I have to do. I'm listening. Do you know who you are? I am. And so everything's going to be okay and everything's going to work in my favor. I just have to keep reminding myself who I am. And there is an Igbo proverb that goes, Ilu Igbo, that goes, the river that does not know its source will eventually dry up. What did I say? There's an Igbo proverb that goes, the river that does not know itself will eventually dry up. That ain't nothing but facts. Okay, our ancestors knew it and we have to know it. Know thyself. Who are you? Know who you are and the power that lies within you. You are God manifest. Every single thing you're capable of. Just tap into your highest self. We're all getting there. We're all growing, right? As a Salt Nation, we're tapping and growing to our best selves, okay? Our healthiest selves, our happiest selves, right? Our most powerful spiritual selves, our real selves. Yeah, I'm so excited. Anyways, bye. I love you guys. Please don't forget to subscribe. And until next week, I'm your host, Lachichi Rambo. I love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Don't forget to subscribe and join the tribe. Okay? Okay.